to move out of and strengthen up that tool, that muscle of creativity. And a lot of times, if I'm constantly feeding off of somebody, or if I'm constantly comparing or trying to compete with others, I'm never going to create my own difference, my own identity and creativity. I'm just going to be another replica of somebody else that's out there.
And
And I
then
do
too,
believe
just
for
people
you to do
connecting.
that.
I'm
Then
sorry.
again,
I was just saying also too, then the way we perceive life and information and how we process information, and we can be deemed as, oh, they're kind of weird or different. We quirky, all these
yeah,
different terms, but it's because the way our minds process information, and sometimes we may think a few steps ahead, or we're looking at it from this vantage point versus
yeah,
we're looking at it just like within a skewed vision, and we're looking at it from this angle, this angle. So yeah. And then also I feel like spiritual attacks come because of how we think. And a lot of people that are creative, and I'm not trying to be deep, also have a prophetic
mm-hmm,
factor. So it
mm-hmm,
opens up warfare, in some
yes,
areas. And quiet as a kept, I mean, a lot of creatives also battle depression,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah. I
know.
know the moments and the days where I wake up and I have to press through that, because I can be producing for my clients and still be struggling mentally and emotionally. There's been weeks where I just stayed in my house, didn't leave, didn't go nowhere, was just simply here, in my own space. Sometimes I close my blinds and I kind of stay secluded. I'm not worried about getting my hair cut or anything. But the crazy part is, while I'm in this place of seclusion and what I feel sometimes safety and being kind of in a low place, I'm still creating things
Mhm.
for clients, and their life is being brought to light. Like, it can really become a place to where you constantly are pouring out and giving to others, that's helping their life while your life is questionable of, even, do I want to keep doing this? Is this why I woke up, to just be something for somebody else and not be able to pour back into myself? So I totally agree with what you're saying. And the older I've gotten, I used to feel some type of way because I didn't have a bunch of friends. I didn't have a close unit of people. I used to feel some type of way, and I used to go and do different things so that I could grow my area of influence. But when the time comes and I need to be poured back into, thank God for the close ones and not having this array of people. Thank God for when things are happening, I don't have to try to extend myself trying to please everybody. I got the ones that have been close. I got the ones that have been connected. I got the ones that know who I am, to where when I am low, they know how to maneuver. I'm not having to figure so many things out. I can keep it in that close knit. So now I'm not saying I'm against, no new friends. I'm
Right.
always welcome, but I'm okay with what I have, because when you spend time with the people that know you, that can pour into you, it's great, because it's easy to trust them. It's easy to know
Mhm.
that you have support and stability and a foundation, and not having to. And it's easy on your pockets, because on birthdays, I don't have to sit here and get 15 gifts. I get 5, and some of them don't want a gift. I'm okay with that. But I'm not out here just trying to create this, because one thing about creators, we have to have time to ourselves. If we
Mhm.
don't, and we're not okay with that, it's going to be hard to be creative, because you're going to constantly have to feed and be other people to be successful.
Yeah, I think there's like a sensory overload because our mind is constantly thinking. We're all, even when I know for myself, and maybe you can agree, even when I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm thinking about things. Or I'll
Hmm.
get an idea, and I'll just, oh, let me at least make the note. Then I find myself, well, let me at least start the graphic or start. And before you know it, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Because we feel like
Yep.
if I don't do it right now, I'm going to lose it. If I
Yep.
don't lose, if I don't grab this idea now, I'm going to lose it. And if you don't, it messes with you.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's strategies I've had to come up with, because what I have not picked up and will not pick up
Mhm.
is where they say late night, early mornings.
Mhm.
I'm team no sleep. No, I'm getting my rest.
Yes.
Hear me when I say that mantra, worship, grind, sleep, repeat.
Mhm.
I'm going to get my rest because rest rejuvenates me. A lot of the struggles and the fight that I have when I'm tired, I've noticed that the work that I would usually do in that time will always have to be redone because it wasn't really my creative self because I was drained. I was tired.
A
Let me go
deficit.
rest.
Yeah.
I have a futon now in my creative room where when I find myself nodding off, I lay down, whether
Mhm.
it's 30 minutes or an hour. Why? Because I need that rest. I need to refresh my mind and refresh that moment. And I know a lot of times people think, oh no, I'm going to no, if it's 1 o'clock, it'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if I'm behind on the project, hey clients, I am behind today. I'm not going to stress out because here's the thing: if they really want your creativeness, they'll honor your process and sometimes honor the time that it takes to produce that. If you want something creative, time has to be part of that equation. If you
Yeah.
don't, we'll just do it quick, be stressed out, and you wonder why you're having to redo things because you never really put your full self into it, just a
Yeah,
portion of it.
that's really good. And then also, JT, as far as you touched on, hey, I can do that tomorrow. And sometimes we have to utilize the technology around us, meaning voice notes. If it's
Yep.
pressing that hard, make a voice note,
Yep.
talk through it, and whatever's on your mind, do that voice memo, then listen to it because it's going to click with you once you hear it
Yes.
again.
Yes.
And that's so important. Or we have the note section in our phone. That's another
Yep.
thing. Or
And you have
even
Chat GPT, my God, because I talked to her. That's another admin of mine. I haven't
mhm,
brought back one of my admins because I was like, Chat GPT, she's going to do the work for me. I tell her, remind me, put it in here. I don't want to say their names because they're
yeah,
listening, but I got
right,
no, Alexa is another name in here, but I got
yeah,
her say, remind me, do those things, but I no longer stress myself having to use, it got to tinkle. And I'm holding my pee because I'm trying to get, no, I'm going to make sure I have healthy patterns that's going to allow me to live long instead of trying to finish a couple of lines or graphics here. No, if I'm my best self, everything around me will be its best. So whether
that's
that's
really good.
sleep, work, taking a mini vacay, I'm an advocate of every 2 months I need to go somewhere for a weekend just to
Mm,
rejuvenate my mind. Sometimes I leave my computer, sometimes I don't, but just getting myself away to make sure that I'm recharging, that's going to be helpful because when you think about your mental capacity in your brain, if you're constantly using it, it's going to wear down. We're not.
Pardon me, why don't you come over here?